Hey everybody, Cool on Manga here. Right now, reviewing Bleach Chapter 521. Overall, yesterday, because the chapters were released on Tuesday, overall we got a very decent chapter of Bleach. Not too much happened in it, not too much things happened like in any of the three chapters. But Bleach, we basically got a very straightforward chapter. Um, Ichigo and Renji fall to the palace, or the Gaton Palace. Hikafune cooks them up some super Ouetsu food, and she explains to them that the Zero Squad encompasses the history of Soul Society. So, basically, we got some solid information about the Zero Squad, and we also got formally introduced to another member of the Zero Squad. Well, actually, not really formally introduced, but semi-introduced, because we still didn't get. We got introduced to Hikafune in the very first chapter with the Zero Squad, but I would have liked another more formal introduction in her actual palace. But instead we got a little semi-introduction of Nemea Ouetsu. Yeah, Nemea Ouetsu, the black guy, who happens to be the creator or the man who brought life to the Zanpakuto. That's awesome. That means that he literally... That means that without Ouetsu, no one would be able to fight at their full strength. No one would have a Zanpakuto. Apparently, he gave birth to the Zanpakuto, which means that he was the first to take a soul and implant it into a sword. Or however else, I don't really know how he did it, but that's my thoughts, that he took a soul and implanted it into a sword. I'm guessing that he's one of the strongest captains of the Zero Squad. Probably him and the bearded guy are probably the strongest of these captains. Just considering, that the bearded guy seems to take leadership role, and that this Ouetsu, the black guy, literally gave birth to the Zanpakuto. Without him, you wouldn't have Bankai or Shikai or any of the abilities that Soul Reapers have. So basically, this guy's the most important of all of the Zero Squad members. So overall, it was a very decent chapter. It's probably the second best of the week. Second best. Naruto first, second best for Bleach for sure. But overall, good. I'll get to a little chapter summary, although not much happened still. So we start the chapter off, and Ichigo and Renji are falling, and they're arguing. They're falling from the sky, basically, to the Gaton Palace, which is Hikafune's palace. And as they're falling, they're arguing about which one will be the cushion for the other one when they land. And as they're arguing, Renji ends up finding Kon in Ichigo's shirt, and he's like, what the hell? And Kon transforms into his giant form. And they decide to use Kon as the cushion. Ichigo and Renji land on Kon, and they're explaining that he must have gotten into Ichigo's shirt when all the commotion was going down in Soul Society. And when they were taking a bath, he must have gotten back in while the dudes were trying to hold Ichigo down. Renji says that it's a good thing that Kon was there, because um, you know, falling from that from that height could have been dangerous. And Ichigo's like, nah, for you it would have been dangerous. I would have just gotten to a crouch roll position and like got away unharmed, or landed unharmed. And at that exact moment, Hikafune runs in, full fucking tackle, all of her momentum, hits Ichigo and Renji. They fly and almost fall off the edge of the palace as they're holding on to the side. And Ichigo's like, what the fuck? What is wrong with these members of the Zero Squad? Like, are any of them normal? And we see Hikafune say, welcome to Gaton Palace. So basically the food palace. And we go to a scene where she's just basically cooking up a storm. Like, there's dishes everywhere. She's frying up some meat and shit. We see Ichigo and Renji, and they're literally looking at, like, a fucking huge line of, like, huge, enormous dishes of food. And they're surprised because there's so much, They didn't expect her to be all... They didn't expect Hikafune to be this kind and, like... and to give them this much of a meal. And Kon tries to start eating, and Ichigo's like, no. What do you think you're doing? There's no such thing as a free meal, especially in this place. And Hikafune comes out and she's like, yo, you've been hanging around with Kisuke Urahara too much, You've lost all faith in, like, humanity. And that Ichigo shouldn't worry because her only job is to fill them up. And their only job is to fill up. And she leaves at that moment to go make some dessert. So Renji and Ichigo, they start picking out. They start killing it. Just eating everything, okay? And Renji explains that even though some of the things look so weird, they taste amazing. And they're like the greatest, the food has the greatest texture and flavor that he's ever had in his life. But Ichigo seems to be wondering if it's alright to just be relaxing and taking baths and eating and like stuffing your face while everyone else in Soul Society is training. And, Renji's like, hey, we are training right now. What you gotta realize is that training also involves keeping your body in tip-top shape. We were just heavily wounded. We were just heavily wounded in battle. We have to take care of our body. And Hikafune comes out and she's like, yeah, you gotta take care of your body, and that's exactly what I've been doing. Except she's fucking skinny as hell. Like, sexy skinny. Like, damn, why can't you be skinny all the time? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah, she looks sexy as hell. She explains that, she uses up all of her Reietsu. Well, actually, first she explains that they're doing normal training, except on the Spirit King's level. And that everything they're doing now has the power. Everything that they're doing now encompasses the power of the Spirit King and the history of Soul Society. After this, Ichigo and Renji are just like spit out all the food. They're like, what the hell are you? Who are you? And she's like, oh, well, I must not have told you that whenever I cook, I end up burning up all my Reietsu and I become very skinny. But she says that she always makes it, she always fattens up before the next feast so that her body can like handle the change in weight. She then states that, you gotta eat as much as you guys can here so that you don't die in the next palace. Because... So, basically she just says, stuff your faces here so you don't die like dogs in the next palace. Then she says, all the members of the Zero Squad were once people in the Soul Society that created something of great importance. Whereas she created artificial souls, other members of the Zero Squad created healing techniques, the Zanpakuto, and other things that she didn't really mention. But that the reason that they are Zero Squad members is because the king of Soul Society, or the Souls King, acknowledged their abilities because of what they created and allowed them to become Zero Squad members. She states that, she created the artificial soul, and it involves taking something with the Ouetsu that's not the same as your own and putting it in your body to make it your own power. And basically she used the same logic to make this food, and she replaced the food's Ouetsu with like super Ouetsu, and now Ichigo and Renji's bodies are basically overflowing with like super Reishi or something, but she says that she had to do this in order for them to survive in the next palace, because there's no telling what the next squad captain will do in the Phoenix Palace. The Phoenix Palace with Nimia Ouetsu, the creator of the Zanpakuto, or the man who gave birth to the Zanpakuto. And the chapter ends with a promise that next week the Zero Squad captain will cut. And I cannot wait to see the new Zanpakutos of both Ichigo and Renji. That is going to be intense. I'm expecting a new Bankai and new Shikai powers for both. Just saying. Other than that, we had a very decent chapter. Very, very well paced. We get to see that, that Renji and Ichigo are going to be doing things in each palace in order to get stronger. And in the next palace, clearly they're going to be training to bring out their new or recreated Soul Reaper powers, or Zanpakuto powers. So, recreated Shikai, recreated Bankai, new looks for each. Next week, hopefully, Kubo doesn't skip out on any information with the Bankai or the Shikai of, like the Zanpakuto. I hope he gives us like a full explanation on the Zanpakuto. I want to know everything there is to know with the Zanpakuto. Everything, like every little detail about the Zanpakuto, I want to find out in this next chapter, or at least the next few chapters. But overall, yeah, again, it was a good chapter. Ichigo and Renji are clearly powered up with their super Reishi that they got from eating their super Reishi food. Hikifune is hot as hell. Too bad she's gonna get fat again. I wonder what history the bearded guy had. I wonder what part of history like the bearded guy took part in, and I wonder what Senchumaru did as well, because they're very Senchumaru is a very unique character with like arms coming out of her back, and she seems to be very science oriented. So I'm really looking forward to see what her history is, and just the fact that literally Ouetsu is the man who created the Zanpakuto. That's got me super intrigued. Like, I can't wait to see this next chapter. Hopefully Kubo doesn't disappoint. Anyways, rate, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Peace out, everyone.